So what do you think of some of these cards?
They're nice, very nice.
Well, this card right here, got one of your sticks. You chopped it up, put it inside of the card. And
Isn't that something?
there's not too many of these cards out there. It's like one of the first times anyone's done it. Just experimenting and trying to give someone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here in a Hall of Fame edition of the Panini Unwrapped, I'm here with the Eddy, the Eagle Belfour. Eddy, thanks for joining us, man.
You bet. Thanks for having
So
me.
we just got done signing, which you can see cards all over the place, and we wanted to leave some of those out so people could see them. But before we jump into asking you some card questions, which that's what we do, I'm going to ask you just, what was it like getting that phone call from the Hall of Fame? Like, does it show up on your cell phone as like blocked call and you answer it and they're like, hey, this is the Hall of Fame? Tell me what is it like to get that call?
Well, actually, I was taking a pregame nap for my men's summer hockey league game, and they couldn't get a hold of me. So they got a hold of my wife. She got a hold of my brother-in-law. He came over to the house and woke me up. So then, right after that, I called them, and it was awesome.
So you called them?
Yeah, because
wow,
he gave me the number to call, and I called in, and it was just a really big surprise, to tell you the truth. I didn't think I'd go in the first time around, and it's definitely a huge honor.
So you're actually going in with a teammate?
Yes. Joe
Newendike. Tell me what are your thoughts about Joe, and what's it feel like going in with a teammate? Because that's pretty rare.
Yeah, I think that's even more special. Joe and I played together here in Dallas and won the Stanley Cup together, so a lot of great memories with Joe. We also played together in Toronto with the Maple Leafs, and again in Florida. We both ended our careers in Florida, and I think Joe's was a great teammate, a great leader, and it was a lot of fun playing with him.
So you're going into the Hall of Fame. There's a whole list. I mean, there's so many things to say. Gold medal winner, Stanley Cup champion, Vezina winner. I mean, tell me what one stat or one honor or one award, or even winning the Stanley Cup or the gold medal, what's the one thing that stands out of your mind that you're kind of the most proud of, and that you look back on and say, you know what, that was one of the bright spots of my career?
Definitely winning the Stanley Cup here in Dallas in 1999. It was a dream come true, and ever since I was a little kid, 4 or 5 years old, watching Hockey Night in Canada, I always wanted to win the Stanley Cup and feel like the best player in the world, and that's how it felt at the time.
So before we jump into all the card questions, I got one more question for you. You know, nowadays the draft process is so elaborate. It's, guys are poked, they're prodded, they go through combines, they do all sorts of things, and you're even wearing the North Dakota hat that you got, and you were undrafted.
Yeah.
You signed as a free agent. Tell me, what's it like knowing that whole process and elaborate that it is, and now here you are, a Hall of Famer? I mean, look back and tell me, what were the college days like? Tell me some of that process of what it was like signing with the Blackhawks and getting involved in that, not being drafted like most guys now are.
Yeah, it was probably not as thorough back then, so a lot more players got missed, and I was one of those players, and I was a late bloomer to begin with. So played Tier 2 in Winkler, Manitoba, the Winkler Flyers, and North Dakota was only 2 hours away, and so they had a chance to come up and see me play more than probably other teams. And at the time, Gino Gasparini was our coach in North Dakota. Dean Blaze was the assistant coach. John Marks, assistant coach, and Kerry Eads, assistant coach. John Marks had played 11 years with the Blackhawks, and that year we won the NCAA with the Fighting Sioux. We were called the Dream Team, 40 wins, 8 losses. So
wow.
It was an awesome year. It was one of my most memorable times as a hockey player. And right after that year, I had 5 teams that wanted to sign me, and my favorite team growing up was the Chicago Blackhawks. John Marks playing there, so there was pretty good in there for me to go to the Chicago Blackhawks, and that's how it happened.
That's amazing. I mean, that's truly an amazing story. And now here you are. There's some of the cards, I know Tracy's panned in on some of them. They show the Stars, the Blackhawks, the Sharks there even. We got a Stanley Cup one. I got a couple of ones here. I just want, I want to show everybody. Here's one with Brett Hall that we're going to have Brett sign. Here's one of the logo 101s. And then obviously one of the questions that I'm sure you get asked about a lot, we had a notable nickname, and it's Eddy the Eagle.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about the mask.
I had my first mask designed when I was a rookie, and I asked the mask maker to put a mean-looking bird on there, and he chose the eagle. So Mike Keenan was my coach at the time, and he just started calling me Eddy the Eagle, and it stuck.
That's all. I mean, you're already in a Hall of Fame, and that's the Hobby Hall of Fame, for those that don't know. And that's 1990 was an amazing year for rookie cards. Guys like Mike Modano, fellow goalies, Martin Brodeur, Cujo, I mean, the list, Potvin, Mike Modano, I mean, the list goes on and on and on of guys that had their rookie cards that year. Do you remember seeing your first trading card, and what was your thoughts that you had finally gotten your own rookie card?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. I saved a few of them, and I just thought it was a special time and really enjoyed that. I remember signing my first autographs, and it goes by so quick. It really does.
I was gonna say it's come a long way since those days, and signing autographs, and what you see memorabilia cut up and swatches of your jerseys. I mean, what do you think about as a player seeing some of these types of cards, and how far it's come since those days from 1990?
Well, these cards are beautiful, and they're thicker, and there's a lot going on in these cards, and it's in my opinion, it's the best cards that I've seen. Nowadays.
That's what we do.
Yeah, they're awesome.
We make good stuff, and you know what? It's Eddy the Eagle, and I shared with him a story that growing up before we went on camera. Growing up, my mom was always a big fan. So, Gigi, look at Mom with Eddy the Eagle. So, man, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming. Look for his autographs. Dominion, that's all the stuff. I mean, Dominion's the big set that we got coming out. Everybody's real excited about it. So you got a sneak peek of Dominion stuff right here. Eddy the Eagle, Hall of Famer. Guys, thanks so much.